I want to ask you one simple question. Just take 10 seconds and think about the answer. Think of a time when you were feeling really happy, energetic, and enthusiastic. Was it while you were watching TV? Or was it while you were eating ice cream the last time? No, right? The times in your life when you were the most vibrant and meaningful were when you were engaged in exciting stuff, taking on challenging stuff, learning new and unknown things, creatively expressing yourself, and nurturing a relationship. We all realize that success and happiness comes when we take action towards the opportunities that come in our way. But still, we have a hard time taking actions. This resistance downplays positive possibilities, says that you're incapable, not ready, and unskilled, argues the timing is not right, failure is right at the corner. But isn't resistance a big fat liar that tells lies to discourage you from succeeding? In the book Fail Fast, Fail Often, the author suggests that if we want to grow and succeed in life, we have to take action. And this resistance has to be stopped in some way or the other so we can explore new possibilities and embrace opportunities that are coming into our way. The authors in the book give the example of a woman who wanted to join French pastry class. She was eager and excited to join, but then she thought about when will she get time on the weekends. She has conflict with other responsibilities. She's a lot of traveling, and then she takes a pass on that opportunities and that excitement. The experience that would have stimulated her mind, that would have asked her to try new thing and make her performance go high stopped. The author suggests that in spite of all the resistance, this woman, if she would have joined that pastry class, would have explored new possibilities and learned new things that would have added a lot of excitement and energy into her life. So the next time you're about to talk yourself out of doing something, do it anyways and see how you feel. The best way to stop procrastinating and start doing something is to start doing it anyways right at the moment. The authors in the book says, not only is acting the fastest way to establish a more positive attitude towards doing something, it is also the only way to feel positive about unfamiliar activities. If one waits till the time when one would be free of stress and doubts, one would spend a lot of time doing absolutely nothing. Let me talk about another story based upon the book Fail Fast, Fail Often. Once upon a time, there was a professor of philosophy at a top university who was struggling to finish his course. With time, he started feeling very pressured because of the expectations from the book. Everyone expected the book to be a landmark. He also had a tough competition from others. He also felt he had more enjoyable things to do like teaching, which he really loved. Considering these factors, the professor started finding himself paralyzed. He couldn't even start to write a single paragraph. When trying to break out of this, the professor started seeking professional help. And after a year of therapy sessions, the psychologist said that he had a fear of being distanced away from his blue-collar friends after his success. The professor didn't succeed even after this. He went to another psychologist. He said that the professor needed to overcome self-limiting thinking style. This continued for 5 years and yet the professor couldn't overcome his writing paralysis. So he met another counselor. In the first session, the professor described all the reasons that prevented him from continuing with the book. His emotional issues, negative cognitive patterns, his ideas that the project was a huge task, his interest in other things, and the hell load of pressure. The counselor took a deep breath and then said, "There is nothing I can do for you. You just need to go and start to write. None of the reasons are stopping you except your own mindset of not starting at the first place. When we start, the process continues." The forceful words of the therapist had an impact on him. The professor went home, took out his typewriter and started to write. He wrote for 15 minutes the first day, second day for 40 minutes, and so on. He worked a lot and finished the book in the next 6 months. He was granted the tenure after the release of the book and he finally succeeded in his endeavor. So what really happened in his story? What impact did the last counselor have on the professor that made him write, start and finish the book successfully? Was he able to resolve his emotional conflict? Was he able to solve all the worries that he had during that time? What changed was that instead of worrying about what would happen, he just started to write. And that is what made all the difference. And just like the author says that we all are great procrastinators. We prepare a lot of goals, we prepare a lot of to-do lists, but there's a lot of resistance that comes up into our mind. We make all kinds of excuses to not do something, and then we end up not doing it. But all we need is just to get started, just that 15 minutes of writing, just that 10 minutes of doing something that will get us going. The starting is always the most difficult. In the book, The Now Habit, Program for Overcoming Procrastination and Enjoying Guilt-Free Play, the physicist Neil Fire presents a process for combating procrastination, which she calls as unscheduled. The idea is that instead of worrying about the whole plan and the project, you just strive to complete 30 minutes of the work. The key point is to do 30 minutes of unfocused work. You overcome inertia and ignite your interest. This way, you become a producer rather than a procrastinator. The author in the book says that once you've prepared your to-do list, make sure that you start at least 10 minutes of work on each of those tasks. Don't worry about completing them. Don't worry about how much you will be able to accomplish on that day. But getting started is what is important. When you start, you build momentum, you stir up your creativity and become more aware of the opportunities in front of you. Go for a run even though if you feel lazy. Go for a run for 10 minutes and see how you feel. Invite a colleague to lunch even though you're feeling shy, you're feeling uncomfortable. Enroll yourself in a course even though you feel unprepared, even though you feel you do not have time. Enroll yourself in the course and see what experiences you get out from it. We all are procrastinating every single day. There is so much to do, and we all keep telling ourselves that we don't have time. We make all kinds of excuses, but once we get started, we build the momentum. Thank you for watching the video, and if you do like the video, please do hit the subscribe button. It would mean a lot to me. If you want to read the book Fail Fast, Fail Often, I have shared the link in the description below.